Alrighty, so the news is finally out. It's out a little bit late, but it is what it is, I guess. I really don't know what they're doing at this point as far as like releasing the news at random times anymore, but I really wish they would get it together. But anyways, I am not sick anymore. At least I am on the highest end of being sick. I am probably at like 95%, so I'm good to turn the webcam on. I don't feel super scummy or anything like that. So yeah, patch is here. 2-hour maintenance, nothing too crazy here. This is going to be the part 2 for the New Year's festival. So they've also added this little, like, I guess bookmark thingy, or whatever you call this. I can't remember what you would. You can find whatever's in the patch easier, I guess. New heroes, new content, new bundles, system updates, new events, and ending events / bundles are all of the shortcuts here, so that's pretty cool. The new Sariel is finally coming out. We thought we were going to be getting this last week, but apparently they were cool about it, and they gave us a dead week instead, so that way we can save a little bit, because they did rush a couple of banners here and there right after the King banner and everything, and the weird Meliodas patch was like a couple of days later than it normally would have been, I guess, or just, I don't know. It's been a really weird time for patches lately. But yeah, new Archangel, new Sariel. Obviously, anytime they release like the Archangels and stuff like that, it's kind of interesting because you can use a new grace. He does have a brand new grace and everything. We'll look at that in just a second. But yeah, the character itself is kind of neat. Green Sariel. I'm kind of I don't like the fact that it's a brand new kind of unit, because of the fact that you know, it would be nice to be able to use my costumes and everything like that I already have, but it is what it is. So let me look at the unit really quickly, because he has a new skill effect as well. So his main attack card is a cleave card, which is pretty nice. I honestly have gotten really, you know, like I've become accustomed to cleave cards at this point. I really like a lot of the time when a unit has cleave, so I don't think this will be any different. I think this unit is pretty interesting. The passive on the unit is increases the 4 Archangel allies crit damage by 8% for every buff effect on the battlefield, limit of 5 times, which is pretty easy to do if you're using like Margaret or somebody. So yeah, I would imagine at the moment you're probably going to want to use this unit with Margaret. I can imagine, you know, because it does stuff with the 4 Archangels, it'll be a good support later on if new Archangels come out, which everybody already knows what they're talking about when the new Archangels are coming out. Everybody knows who they want. The new grace, though, this is not the same grace as the old Sariel, kind of like how Margaret Ludo has a different grace than regular Ludo. But this grace is when the hero uses a skill, decreases all enemies' crit chance by 3% and crit damage by 8% for 2 turns, limit of 5 times, which is pretty strong. I mean, you know, a lot of characters rely on crit chance and crit damage to do like big numbers and everything like that. So if you're using this character, you can try to help shut down a little bit of that, which is kind of nice. So I'm sorry, I'm still a little coffee. There is a stance skill, the other card for the unit, which is pretty cool. I do really like stance skills and stuff like that, and this is a like a counter sort of unit, which is like obviously the one that I like the most. So yeah, assumes the stance for 1 turn, which taunts enemies and inflicts damage equal to 240% of attack when taking attacks. When taking damage, maybe? When taking attacks. At level 2, it is 2 turns and reduces damage taken from attacks by 40%, inflicts damage equal to 350% of attack when taking attacks. And then at level 3, it's still 2 turns, it still taunts, it increases damage dealt by 60% and reduces damage taken by attacks, or from attacks, by 60% instead of 40, and it deals 450% of attacks. So this thing scales pretty viciously. You're definitely going to want to probably run this unit with somebody who can rank up, or just, I guess, hope for extra stance cards, so that way you can merge them together and everything like that, because at level 2 and 3, this thing is going to be way better than it is at level 1. And then the ultimate has the new thing, which is Suppress, and Suppress is for each stance effect on the hero increases damage dealt by 40%, which is why the or well, it's not necessarily why the modifier is kind of low. It is only 300 at 1.6 and it goes all the way up to 450, but it is an AoE, I would imagine, which is why it's going to be kind of lower. But yeah, I would imagine this is probably going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. Looks like an interesting unit. I'm not super thrilled, like I said, about the fact that it's a brand new Sariel because of you know, having to buy new costumes and stuff like that. I'm probably only going to buy one costume because I don't like spending that much money every time a character comes out. Why would I want to do that? So I'm thinking about going for the the black and red one just because I like that color scheme. But yeah, some of the outfits are kind of cool. I thought it was neat. People pointed out on Reddit pretty much the day that this character came out that this unit right here, or this outfit right here, the like weird little shark fish looking one, it's actually the sky fish from the Prisoners of the Sky movie, which is kind of interesting. Like they I think they're flying those around on like the cover, like the poster art or whatever for that movie, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, kind of a cool little nod, I guess, especially since the fact that I think we're going to be getting new Prisoners of the Sky content because there's been an ELAT that's been leaked. I don't know, we just got a new ELAT costume. I would imagine sometime in the near future we'll get some stuff for that. But yeah. Chapter clear artifact rewards. Acquire artifact cards when you clear chapters 1 through 22. I would imagine we're probably going to get these in our inbox or something like that if you've already, you know, done this. If you have already cleared these chapters, you can check your rewards via artifact cards special. Okay, so we should already get those and everything. Three new Holy Relics are coming out. We're getting Hauser, Griamore, and we're getting Festival Merlin, which is pretty interesting. I think this is the one that people are the most excited for out of this lineup, just because Festival Merlin's honestly kind of crazy already, and the fact that hers increases the hero's attack by 20% when attacking a debuffed enemy, which isn't hard because her other skill is a debuff card. You can just use it first, and then attack with somebody. You get an extra 20% attack, which is pretty nuts. So she already has a pretty decent amount of like one-shot potential because of that power strength card, and you're going to be able to do a little bit more damage with it now, so that's pretty cool. The other ones, just out of curiosity, are increases the hero's Hauser's increases the hero's pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 4% for each orb in the hero's ultimate move gauge, increases by an additional 20% if it's completely full. And then Griamore has a really similar one as well, where it increases regeneration rate, recovery rate, and life steal by 4% instead, and then does 20% after it's completely full as well. So not really too crazy on those two. I don't think anybody should really go for those unless you just really want them or whatever. But yeah, the Merlin one seems the best by far. So new bundles, of course, for the tickets and everything like that, because we're getting a new banner, of course. There are these new lucky bags. I really haven't seen what they actually have in them, so I really can't tell you whether or not they're worth, you know, getting at the moment, but I'll probably look at them as soon as the patch drops, and we'll see whether or not they might be okay or worth getting. I would imagine probably not. From my understanding, they only have 5 diamonds, so they're probably pretty cheap. I just can't imagine what this is going to give you that would, you know, be compelling to actually, you know, download it, or not download it, but buy it. So, yeah. New system updates, improved equipment salvage. You can now select more than 12 pieces of equipment at once for equipment salvage, which is actually pretty nice. It's not like anything like groundbreaking or anything, but you know, sometimes you sit on a whole ton of equipment and everything, and now it will be quite a bit easier to just get rid of a whole bunch of it at one time instead of having to do 12 pieces and then 12 pieces and then 12 pieces. So yeah, that's kind of nice. Increased the enhanced stone slot, so we're finally getting this. I think a lot of people are excited for this one. The maximum number of enhanced stones per single inventory slot has been increased from 99 to 999, so that's going to save a ton of space. Improved skill preview. Ultimate move animations will not skip automatically in skill preview, regardless of your skip animation setting. Huh? Ultimate move animation will not skip automatically in skill preview. Okay. Oh, so I think that's what this is saying is if you're testing out a unit and you're in that whole, like, you're using the unit against the one little man, where you have all three types of cards and everything like that for each of for the character that you're testing out. I think it's automatically going to show the ultimate move animation while you're in that mode, because why wouldn't it, I guess? So I guess that's cool. Nothing crazy there. Improved display of affection rewards. Your next affection reward will be displayed in the middle of the screen when you enter the affection page through heroes. Okay, that's nothing too crazy. You can now browse all of the skills from a selected hero in the same pop-up. So now they'll have these little arrows on left and right. You can click them to move to the next skill or the ultimate or whatever the case may be. So that way you don't have to like back out and then click on the next skill and back out and then click on the ultimate or whatever to check everything. You can do it all from now one menu, which is kind of nice, I guess. Improved the scroll reset issue. So this is actually something that was kind of annoying here and there. So it's cool that this is getting fixed, but scrolling in ways described below will no longer reset your scroll action. Menu, item storage. So basically what this is going to be is like sometimes when you're scrolling through your inventory and you're selling stuff, like if I was selling enhancement stones because beforehand they were only stacking to 99, if I had like thousands of them and I needed to get rid of them to save some space, I would have to scroll all the way to the bottom of my inventory. I would have to click on a whole bunch of them to sell them. I would click sell. It would immediately put me back to the very top of the page. I would have to scroll all the way back down to the bottom to do it again. It was just kind of annoying more than anything. It wasn't anything super crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. You don't have to worry about that anymore. New events, new festival part 2, New Year Festival 2022 part 2. That's a mouthful. Obviously, we're getting the new banner. Special missions part 2, you are going to get a whole, a whole multi's worth of tickets and everything like that for the new banner, which is kind of nice. New event Operation Scrap Sweeper. If I'm not mistaken, this is a brand new little like hawk mini game. It kind of looks like Candy Crush or something like that, where you're trying to like match up things. I can't remember. I don't know exactly how it works because I obviously don't play JP, but I've seen like a screenshot or two of it. It looks kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Sacred Treasure Shop Discount Event Part 2. So we're getting another. I guess we are getting a longer shop discount, I guess, which is good. Maybe they're adding new costumes to that or something like that. I'm not sure. A new event Tower of Trials, so just a free, like pretty much like a brand new like rewards Tower of Trials, just one of the regular ones where it's 25 floors, where you can do that pretty easily. So we're getting another one of those, which is really good. And then we're also getting 3 Powerful Brothers event final boss battle. So I haven't seen anything on this on JP, but if I'm not mistaken, even the points and everything like that has all 3 characters on it, so I don't think that it's necessarily running 2 final bosses at the same time. I think this is like a brand new kind of final boss where they're running final boss Melee with final boss Estarossa and Zeldris at the same time. I'm not really sure how that works, but I guess it'll just be like a 3-man final boss, which is interesting because it definitely was. It would have been split up where it was Melee and Elizabeth and then Estarossa and Zeldris together, but I guess they're just changing it up a little bit and bringing it back. Which is pretty interesting because I know a lot of people like this Melee costume, but a lot of people also like the final boss costume for Elizabeth as well. So I wonder if that's going to be in the exchange shop or if they're just, going to neglect that altogether. Kind of interesting. But here's the special missions. Obviously, they're nothing too crazy. You get 2 tickets per mission done, and at the very end you get a full Awakened pendant, which isn't anything super crazy anymore, considering you can just craft those. Sorry, like I said, still have a lot of coughs. Operation Scrap Sweeper. So this is the new little boss thing. This is actually pretty interesting right here, though. So apparently you get match rewards. These are like whatever, I guess, like I guess kind of like Candy Crush, where if you line up certain ingredients or whatever together, you're gonna get whatever reward corresponds to that. But the cumulative score rewards actually has 3 UR outfits, one for Hauser, one for Grimoire, and one for Deldry, which is interesting because Deldry is one of the few units in the game who basically just did not get any new costumes whenever she was, you know, released, which I don't even know that she actually even came out on a banner. I can't remember if she was just already in the game or not. I don't think there was a banner that came out with her in it, but she doesn't have any other outfits or anything like that, so I guess this is their way of adding a costume for her finally, which is very interesting. But I don't know, I don't think it's going to be anything like groundbreaking, but a couple of free rewards. You obviously you do get one of the free little lucky box thingies, which is kind of cool, I guess. Whatever. Looks like this is the actual game mode itself. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't really play games like this, so I guess I'll have to get a a lesson on how I need to be playing this game. How to enter shows you, I guess, that scrap baskets. Use 1 scrap basket to enter. Scrap baskets are used 1 basket at a time, and they slowly replenish. And then, yeah, I guess this is just how it all works, which is pretty interesting. The 3 powerful brothers, it looks like they already gave us a little bit of a rundown on the whole thing. So it is all 3 of the brothers together. Meliodas increases the ranks of all of the hero's skills when the hero takes crit damage, so it kind of works like Lostbane, I guess. Zeldris recovers 50% of diminished HP if a critical strike occurs from the hero's skill use. And then Estarossa applies damage or applies attack disable on all enemies with when assuming a stance. So I would imagine you would probably want to use somebody with cleave, so that way you don't crit. Which means that the new Sariel might be really good for this. I'm not too sure on that. But I don't know. I'll have to look and see what the JP people have been using as like the best team and everything like that. Because I mean, I could just log into like one of my friend's JP accounts to see. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look and see what like good team people are using for this, because I honestly have no idea. Because this is kind of a weird one with it mashing 2 final bosses together kind of thing. It says these are the recommended units, which is a little interesting, kind of weird. But looks like a pretty standard exchange shop. I don't think you're actually going to get any of the outfits out of this, which is kind of annoying. So that kind of sucks. You're not going to get the Melee costume or the Estarossa or Zeldris costume if you are. I mean, if you already have it, that's cool, I guess. But if you don't have it, I guess you're kind of out of luck. Cumulative score reward, of course. The dog is awake. Diamond Reward Bonanza isn't over yet. Missions reset daily. So I think they're doing some sort of new missions, I guess. Where you're going to get different rewards and everything like that. It doesn't look like it's anything like super crazy. The dog, man. But anyways, I guess we'll just have to take a look at that a little bit. Will you quit walking back and forth? I'm sure you can see the, I don't know, you can't probably see it right now, but it is what it is. New Year 2022 Fight Festival event. This is a huge update, by the way. I didn't realize that it was going to be this big. Brawl victory boxes are going to be a little bit better, it looks like, which is okay. I mean, most of the time Brawl kind of sucks as it is, but I don't know. This is going to be one of those times where people who don't play Brawl are going to be, you know, feel forced to play Brawl, so that way they can get better rewards, which is fine. It is what it is. It's not normally anything super crazy, though. New Year 2022 Fort Solgris dungeon. So obviously there's another one of these like 1 stamina Fort Solgris dungeons. Make sure you're doing this every day. It gives you a ton of free rewards. Power up event, which is daily task reward upgrade. So okay, so they're basically adding a couple of extra rewards to the daily missions and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. So make sure you're doing all your dailies and stuff like that, because it looks like the diamond count on some of these has been increased by 1. So a couple of extra diamonds, which is kind of nice. Also, deathmatch host and clear rewards are ×2, so if you want to farm a bunch of demon materials out right now, it's a good time to do it. Sacred Treasure Shop, returning costume and discount part 2. So discount event part 2, get new costume sets at a discount in the second half of the festival. So it looks like some of the Malevolent Knighthood sets are coming back. Some of the school outfits are coming back, and then some of the goddess outfits are also coming back. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think most of the... No, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. I was going to say, I think they gave the school outfits out for free, but I don't think they did. I'm pretty sure they were just like an extra set that came out. So, I guess... Okay, so it looks like the discount is going to be extended until the 7th, which is nice, I guess. That's not anything like too crazy, but a lot of people were really concerned that it was going to be ending really early for us compared to the JP players and stuff like that. They got a really long duration for theirs, whereas ours looked like it was getting cut short. So it looks like we don't have to worry about that anymore. But these are the Malevolent Knighthood sets that are going to be on sale. These are the school outfits. Honestly, I don't really care for any of these. I'm probably not going to worry about them. And then a couple of the costumes for the archangels, or not necessarily archangels, but just angels, because Goddess Elizabeth is not an archangel. The Lucky Bag event. It looks like this is what the Lucky Bags are. Open all 6 bags for a chance to get 10 diamonds. Woo-wee. Lucky Bag rewards, it looks like you have a 5% chance to get 25 diamonds out of it, which is kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know. I'm probably not even going to worry about these. These are just kind of... The odds of getting this at 5% is pretty ridiculous, so I think I'm good on that. There is 3 new... No, okay, so there's 2 new battle events going on as soon as the update goes live, and then there's going to be another one on the 31st update. Yeah, okay, so that's quite a lot of stuff, but honestly, it's nothing too crazy. Definitely a couple of events and stuff like that should help get you some extra rewards and stuff like that. New final boss, that new Tower of Trial or whatever, a new Hawk little mini game and everything like that. So a couple of system improvements as well for like quality of life, a couple of new Holy Relics, and then obviously the new Sariel. So yeah, quite a bit going on. I guess I will probably be doing a live stream, maybe. I might not. It just depends on how I feel whenever like the live or like the banner's about to drop. If I'm still feeling good and I don't think that I need to, then I'll just do a live stream. But if not, I'll just record my summons and everything like that and post those like the day after they come out or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing absolutely insane, but at the same time, there's a pretty decent amount of content in this, so I can't really knock them for that. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. Sorry about coughing and stuff like that in the middle of the video. I'm still kind of getting over it, but hopefully we'll be good for tomorrow. So that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one.